I can't look back, it's too late now. My days are hours and I don't know how, but I believe the great is still yet to come. I won't stop fighting, man, until I'm done.
Good morning and welcome to the 96th Breakfast Ball. I'm your host, Bob Cardia, and to my left, to your right, I guess I can call him the Dashing. Also, he's called Richie Dashing. Well, a new nickname for you. I don't know I haven't gotten to the magnificent Noah Greenspun for right now. Okay, I'll work on that. Noah is our latest add to the South Jersey Golf Schools. Recently passed his PAT. He's going to be teaching with us. He actually, longtime family friend too, right? I mean, one of my friend Dylan's best friends, and Mike, his father, is a good friend of mine. And you were a camper at the South Jersey Golf Schools way back in the day, which is crazy. But I'm not getting any older, but apparently everyone else is. So Noah, you're going to be teaching with the South Jersey Golf Schools, and just started on board. What's your schedule right now?
We're doing Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. I'm looking to open up a few more days shortly.
Yeah, as the weather gets colder, because we do indoor lessons also. You know, it's an excellent time to talk about this, actually. We're going to be doing Operation 36.
Yes, we are.
Which is pretty darn cool. For those of you who don't know what the program is, it's great for actually players of all levels. But you start off at 25 yards in an indoor simulator. And if you can make a 4 on the hole, or average 4 for 9 holes, you shoot
36.
36, okay. So if you can do that, then you could advance to 50 yards. Then you advance, go to 70 or 75?
I think I went to 100.
Goes to 100, yeah. And then you keep going. And then for the younger players that can achieve all of that, okay, then they can play in our youth league in the spring, which is another great program that we'll talk about as the spring approaches. We also have holiday packages, right?
Yes.
So it's basically 10% off. You get a holiday mug with tees, a South Jersey Golf School Golden Boss ball marker, a sleeve of golf balls, and a gift certificate for lessons. And the lessons are all discounted. So it's a great package to go underneath the tree, or whatever holiday that you have coming up, birthdays, Hanukkah, whatever you got. It's a great holiday gift. You can check out our website for that too, the South Jersey Golf Schools for that. And then last but not least, I would be remiss if I didn't mention my buddy Nick Abate and Joe Abate and at Valari's. Rutgers is going to be holding a social, which, now that they know Noah's coming, and I'm sure all the ladies are going to be piling in to the Rutgers social. That is a 3-hour social with a buffet and an open bar. It's $75 a ticket, and you can reach out to us for the South Jersey Golf Schools. But that is also, we've been to the, and actually we're adding Noah. We've pretty much agreed, as long as it gets approved, which I'm sure it will be a new assistant coach at Rutgers University at Camden. And, that our team, I think I told you, we've been to 8 NCAA finals. It might be 9. My memory's getting a little sketchy on that, but it's definitely 8.
We can round up.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the grits of it. Today's episode is called Getting Started, and it's appropriate because you are
getting started,
which is fantastic. Mary, our assistant, who's wonderful. We talk about this quite a bit. It's like in any type of position, you have to build out a book.
Yes.
Like, you have to get started. It always starts off slow. So I saw this quote the other day: expecting things to be easy, it's what makes them harder than they need to be. So starting off, the first question I'm going to ask you, because obviously golf is a sport where you lose a lot more than you win. What kept you in golf?
Yeah, I think just that opportunity to really improve my game continuously, where you can never really reach your max potential. There's always some room to grow. I really liked that grind of just practicing every day, playing, just getting better. And really enjoyed that.
We were discussing it earlier, right? Tiger Woods won like 9 tournaments one year. He's the GOAT, right? Well, they play almost 50 of them. So if you're going into this game expecting think you're going to win every week, it ain't going to happen. So you need to have a personality that likes. I always say you never grow until you fail. So if you can accept failing and accept getting a little better each time, then guys like Noah, they thrive in this business. So all right, we're talking. No, you played at Cherry Hill East, and by the way, I think I sent you a picture last night. I was at the Philadelphia Flyers game last night, folks, and I'm just getting in my seat, and I sat down, and I'm staring at the guy next to me. I'm like, "That's Coach James." Like, yes, his high school golf coach, who coached two of my boys, was by pure coincidence sitting next to me at the Philadelphia Flyers. So I told him you said hi, by the way. Yeah, yeah. So you played at Cherry Hill East, and where did you take your PAT recently? Where
I
was
took
that?
my PAT at Indian Springs.
Okay. And how many guys were there to take that?
I think it was about 36, we'll say, somewhere around there.
What was the pass rate that day?
I think it was only 4 or 5 others passed, so pretty
Yeah,
low.
I mean, I'll tell you what, the pass rate, whether it be the PGA pass rate's less than 20%, I believe, and the pass rate, there's the USGTF, I think that's like 30 or 40% too. I mean, having to pass a playing ability test is not easy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not like playing with your buddies. I remember a guy I used to work with us. He was a principal of a school, and he's like, I'm going to go and take it with you. And he's like, oh, I shoot these numbers all the time. No, you don't. Not under pressure.
No, yeah,
No.
it's a little bit different when there's some stakes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, okay, so you passed your PAT. You're now part of our teaching staff. What are your goals?
Just to kind of grow. Really have enjoyed teaching so far, so being able to improve on that, really like being outside, helping people with their golf game. So if I can continue to help people improve their game, that would be great.
Yeah, we've talked about this, right? Because it's you and I I'm a worker bee. Like I get, I mean,
Yeah.
I got up early this morning. I'm like crabgrass. I'm all over the place, right? But like, I'm not a desk person.
No, me either.
No, right? It's desk people. God bless you if that's what you like. And I had a conversation with a friend earlier, and they were talking about just being upset and not growing to where they wanted to be, and I saw this quote which I love. The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges. So like this podcast is an excellent example. Like this is episode 96, and we're somewhere between 750 and 1,000 subscribers. I mean, when we first started doing this, we thought, wow, we grew quickly. We're like, we're going to do millions, and then, yeah, that hasn't happened. But you know what? Had a lot of great guests, and we're learning as we go. So, I mean, we're going to promote the heck out of this thing and keep going with it. And it's not just golf; it's performance psychology. So we'll have some of the Rutgers guys on here, and we'll be talking about that kind of good stuff. So, if I had to say to you, at this point, what is your version of success? What would you say it is?
Just being able to see people improve their golf game. If I can continue to help people improve and see that progress for them, have them, be able to enjoy golf as much as I have, I would call that success.
I love that answer. I mean, it's interesting because I have a good friend of mine. I won't use your name because he's just retired from teaching golf, and yes, there is a great reward in seeing people improve. There's also the people that come out that don't practice in between lessons. That's always a tough because it's golf ain't easy.
No.
Man. It's I probably told the story in the podcast before, but because we both went to Cherry Hill East very close to the same time period, right? Right. We went to East and in my freshman year of high school, and I tell this story quite often, I took this class. You might have heard it's called typing, and it was an actual typewriter. Right? Okay. You've seen those before?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Few.
Good. So I probably got a B or C in that, and wasn't really all that good at it. And then by the time I was a senior in high school, they had these newfangled things. You possibly heard of them, computers. Yes, apparently they're the rage lately. Okay, I took a class called keyboarding, which was the same flipping class, but with a keyboard. And guess what? I got an A in that. Now, was I any smarter? I'm probably not any smarter now, but but the more you practice something, the more it sets into muscle memory.
Yeah.
So, what's your practice routine? What did you find the most successful in you getting to where you needed to be?
Yeah, I think just having that consistent approach where you get into that good routine where you can do that same thing over and over again and just kind of build that muscle memory, like you're saying. Like get to the range, hit balls for an hour or so.
Do you start short game or do you?
I would usually start on the range,
Okay.
and then spend about an hour there, and then probably head over to the putting green, spend another hour or two chipping, putting.
Yeah, up and down is huge. So how often did you practice it before you took the PAT?
Yeah, I was practicing every day. I mean, just love, like I said earlier, loved that grind of just being able to get better. So
Yeah.
love to practice, get out there, hit balls, roll some putts.
Yeah,
Just-
and you learn and certain trial and error. I mean, you probably weren't taking a lot of lessons at that point, right?
No, took lessons early
Right.
in my golf career, but
Obviously,
yes.
you know, you passed his PAT, so that's okay.
But recently, not taking a lot of lessons, just kind of practicing on my own, working
Trial and
on
error.
the swing. Yeah,
Yeah, there's truth. I mean, once you get, I was talking to somebody the other day. Once you get the basic concepts of the golf swing, like if you took Bobby Jones's golf swing from like 100 years ago and you look at it, most of the core fundamentals are still the
Yes.
same. There's not one point where you have to start jumping on one foot and
No.
singing the national anthem. It's like it's once you understand, you know, staying inside your target line and the sequencing of the way your body works and posture and setup's
setup's
80% of
huge,
what
yeah.
you do. Yeah. You know, you can work from there, and then you know, I am an advocate of having someone look at your golf swing, you know,
Yeah.
periodically from time to time. You know, even Richie, who played with us, I mean, it was funny because he was working on it, and he did well in most of the tournaments he played in this year. He was actually winning U.S. Open qualifying in the first round with a few holes to play. But I said something to him about, you know, we put his swing on video fairly recently in the past few months, and then I looked at it from a couple of years back. I'm like, oh, you're slightly in a different position and he's like, yeah, well, you know, that's what you get when you don't practice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that. So you're going to be with us starting well now, but hours are going to expand, and if they need to reach us, they can go to the website South Jersey Golf Schools. You know, or they call the number, and you'll get Mary if you call the number. Probably the easiest way is to email this time of year, to be honest with you. If you have any questions about holiday packages or things like that's fine. So, would you say the PAT right now has been your greatest golf accomplishment?
Yeah, probably. Haven't played too much tournament golf recently, so at least recently, that's definitely biggest.
Are you looking to play some events this year?
Yeah, we'll look into it, see
Yeah.
if we can fit the schedule. But
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, there's a fine. Yeah, it's playing, teaching, and working.
It's a
yeah.
lot. Keeping that game at
Yeah.
peak.
Yeah, people ask me if I have any time rounds I played this year. Well, for those of you who watch the podcast, I got rear-ended twice this year. So, I played in my buddy Darby's outing, not my daughter, my buddy Darby's outing a few months ago, and we won, right? And I went the closest to the pin, and I hit the 5 last fairways and greens, and I'm like, I got this. And then I practiced for 2 days after that, and I end up in the ER
Yeah.
with my back. So, Coach Bob might not be playing a lot this year, but you know that's what we got Noah there for. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess the last quote that I was going to throw in today before we wrap it up was we were talking to somebody, actually one of my students who I think you sat in on one of the lessons with this particular student, but they were worried about making mistakes. You know, how many people have that you taught that said, "What am I doing wrong?"
Yeah, all of them.
You know, let's go with what am I doing
Yeah.
right? Like I like that much better. And this quote I saw: the person that has not made a mistake, okay, hasn't done anything, right? Because let me tell you what. I mean, I make a heck of a lot more mistakes than I get things right. But you know what? You have to look at mistakes as growth, right? That's what you have to look at it as. Right. Well, so so all the the ladies watching this podcast right now, does Noah have any closing words or any kind of inspirational wisdom that you want to, or just hey, come out and see me?
Yeah. Well, if you need lessons, we're here.
We are here. We're definitely here, and we are, by the way, the oldest golf school in New Jersey. We are in our 45th consecutive year of operation, which is fantastic. Oh, by the way, if you comment in the comment section on the bottom, Toby, Jeremy, you guys that watch the show all the time, I love the breakfast ball. Anybody get that? We send out you go to a basket, but Starbucks gift card for anybody that comments. I love the breakfast ball. So make sure you get your family, friends, your sisters. Invite out your sisters too.
Maybe I'll leave a comment myself.
There you go. Let's
See what
go,
we can
man.
do.
Damn, that Noah guy is knowledgeable, right? All right. Anyway, thanks for watching today, folks. Noah's going to be, on the show periodically now, so we're going to talk more golf instruction, more psychological, more golf swing. So Have a great week, folks, and I will look forward to seeing you. Noah will look forward to seeing you. Keep them straight.
Glass of bourbon, my bourbon, my bourbon, Alcohol. There's no great story ever started with, I'll have a salad.